Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny and this is More Than a Pretty Face, and tonight I have hopefully 3 videos I'm going to be able to get out for y'all. I am going to break them all up because they are separate stores, but me and the boys went out this afternoon and we were able to take advantage of some of these crazy Black Friday sales. So the first one, this one here is going to be a Target video, and then I have a Five Below, and then I also, of course, have Dollar Tree. So I'm hoping that I can get them all up and out tonight because there's a lot of really good stuff in them. I was really excited on some of the deals that we got. So grab yourself something to drink and sit back, and like I said, I will try and push these out for you. So like I said, the first one I have is Target, and it's not a huge haul, but the stuff that I did get was like, it blew my mind on some of the stuff. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna start with the dollar spot, or whatever. I don't even know what they call it. Is it dollar spot? I don't even think it's called dollar spot anymore because it's like, I've seen stuff in there for like $10 and $12. But the stuff in the front, the the best part of Target. Anyway, I'm gonna start there and then I'll just move across. So right off the bat, they have a ton of their Wonder Shop. Is it called Wonder Shop? Yep, Wonder Shop. That's their, Target's Christmas line they put out every year. Well, they have a huge section in the back, but I mean, I don't know if it's all Targets, but our Target specifically moved a lot of the snacks and the little stocking stuffers, stuff like that. They moved it up to the dollar spot up front, and so I was able to snatch some of that stuff up. But so I'm gonna start with that, I guess. We found these. I have I've seen them before. I never bought one. I have no idea if they're even good. It may be disgusting. I don't know. My boys were super excited to get them and try them, but it's the cocoa, like on a spoon, and it's literally a spoon that's dipped in white chocolate, and it's got the cocoa mix in the bottom of it, and it's covered in broken up peppermints, and you get steamed milk, and then you stir it with this, and then that makes your hot cocoa. Kind of like those the hot cocoa bombs that they've been coming out with lately. I'm so excited to try one of those. I have not done one yet. I got this stuff to make them, so I'm kind of excited to see how those turn out. I'll let you know. The bath bombs have always turned out great for us, so hopefully the hot cocoa bombs turn out great as well. But I did grab 3 of these. They were only $1. So like I said, I will let y'all know in a future video if they were worth the dollar or not. Like I said, they look tasty, so we'll see. We love hot cocoa. And also in that same spot with the Christmas stuff, they do have a lot of their little Christmas tags out. I apologize, this lighting is probably going to be terrible tonight. I didn't want to film this tomorrow because I've got company coming in. Well, my daddy, I mean, it gets company, but still. So I'm going to be, running, trying to get stuff finished up around the house here. So I wanted to go ahead and get these filmed. I've got some stuff that I actually need to get wrapped to send with him whenever he leaves here to go to my brother's house. So it was either tonight or it didn't get filmed. And I really wanted to put this out. So that was a really long explanation for lighting, but I could try. Let me see if it changes. Let's see if this gets better. Bear with me. Oh, no, Lord, no. No, not much better. I think it's about as good as we're going to get. Let's see. Let's tone it down a little bit, maybe. Does that work? Oh, you know what? That's better. Okay. We'll stick with this. All right. I'm not going to start it all over, so you're just going to have to stick with whatever I'm able to edit through this, if anything. I may leave this completely unedited. Who knows? Anyway, I got some of their gift tags. I am a fanatic when it comes to presentation and wrapping on gifts year round, whether it's a birthday present, an anniversary present, no matter what it is. I love to go overboard on the wrapping. My husband, it drives him up the wall, and I've said this in previous videos, and it has become that time of year where I have to put a box of appropriate wrap bags out for him. He does not wrap. He like I said, he leaves it in the bag that it came from the store. So 9 times out of 10, there's going to be Victoria's Secret bags, Bath and Body Works bags, a Coach bag. That's what he wraps in, which is fine. Bless his heart. He tries. I love you, baby. You better not be watching this video, though, because you're not supposed to be watching these videos till after Christmas. But anyway, I digress. I like to have pretty packages when they're wrapped, and so I go with the little hangy tags. And this one is super, super cute specifically because it says North Pole delivery to from list status nice naughty, and it says do not open till Christmas, and it's got the little spot for you to check if it was naughty or nice, which I think that is absolutely precious. And then this one is just the craft paper, but it's got the little gold embellishment around the edge, and it comes with the twine. I won't use this because I don't have any red in my tree, but I use raffia paper usually to put around it, or ribbon or whatever. But super cute, and you get 25 for $1. I mean, that's fantastic. There's 50 tags right there for $2. So I did grab those. Along with the Wonder Shop stuff, I found the dark chocolate sea salt mini bark. Y'all, this lighting, bear with me. Let's see if I can, there we go. Is that better? Okay. I just want y'all to see the packaging because it's so cute. It's it's simple. It's not like overdone, but, and I wonder if it's the shape of an actual tree. I got these from me and my son. He wanted to try the super dark chocolate. Nope. Okay. It's just this. It's just going to be a block inside it. But it does have the little tree cut out, which makes it really cute. So these are great for stockings. They were actually 89 cents. I lied. These were 89 cents, and these were 89 cents because they're running one of their sales they're running within the store was 10% off, and so 90 cents, whatever. I don't know. It was 10% off, so I got 10 cents off. But still, I mean, that can add up. You know, it can. So through the 21st, they're running a 10% off all their Christmas stuff. So I grabbed a few of these. We're gonna see how like I said, I like the Godiva, I like Ghirardelli, I like any of the fancier, as my husband calls it, chocolate. So we're gonna, oh my gosh, y'all, I wish I would have had a YouTube channel back when Tyrus did it, but we did on Facebook Live. We did one of the dark chocolate challenge, and it was the 91% cacao, but it was the chocolate bar. The name of it has left my mind right now. I can't think of the name of the brand, but Lindt. It's the Lindt chocolate bar. And we did it because we saw, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Brandon Ferris or Faris or however he pronounces his name. He is absolutely hysterical. This dude will eat anything, and he videos all of it. Well, he did it, and so I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can get Tyrus to do it. And he did it. Well, he attempted it. He didn't complete it. It was too gross for him to eat. But at one point he said it tasted like tree bark. So, but my youngest wants to try the dark chocolate and sea salt, so we're gonna try it out and see how it tastes. I love it. I can already tell y'all I'm gonna like it, but we'll see if Jaden likes it. Moving along, they also have some of their stocking stuffers up in the front, and we grabbed these. We are a crafty family. Like I said, I don't have kids anymore. I've got, 14 and 10. So they're kind of past the whole, shrinky dinks and the bead art, whatever. But they're still little kids at heart. Don't let them tell you different. And these are those, the beads that you melt, perler beads or whatever they're called. And we found these. My youngest found them, and we got 4 of them, 2 each, but they can also be like backpack tags if you don't want to use it as a keychain. But we got 2 of the penguins because penguins are just a huge deal in our family. We love penguins. We love penguins, and it's kind of a joke in our family. We have a penguin box. Operative word. It has disappeared this year. Can't find it. It's been in our family for over a decade. And it's just a t-shirt box, but it's the one box that never gets wrapped every year. And it always has a present for Tyrus in it. And I don't even know how it started, to be quite honest, but it's always an expectation. He always expects to see Pingui, and that's what he calls it. But this year we can't find it. I have no idea where it went after last year. So in another video I've got coming, I have a replacement Pingui box. But alas, we love penguins. So we got those two, and then we also got the little corgi, and we got the snowman. So those are fun. Like I said, they're cute little activities that'll give them something to do one afternoon. And like I said, they still love to do little kid stuff, which warms my heart because I don't want them to grow up that fast, and I want them to stay kids forever. Also found, still in the dollar spot, and I know this is not cost efficient at all, but I buy it for a reason, because I have a lot of smaller gifts to wrap. I hate to use a big, huge 3-foot long roll of wrapping paper that's gonna wind up with a bunch of waste and, you know, whatever. So I say whatever a lot. I noticed that watching one of my videos the other night. I'm gonna try and stop doing that. Anyway, I hate using the big, huge, long rolls because I seem to wind up with more waste than if I have a shorter roll. I've noticed that. And I do a lot. It's a lot of the same size boxes, it seems. I'm looking over at the pile right now and I'm like, and I'm lying right now because there's a lot of odd shaped boxes over there. But anyway, typically when I get into the meat of wrapping season, right now it's just kind of odds and ends. Once I get into the actual wrapping, they all tend to get packaged in the same size box. I don't wrap stuff as it comes. I put it in a box and then wrap that box. Which, remember that, because that's coming in a couple items from now. Super funny. But they've got a bunch of these little rolls right here. And like I said, my husband laughed at me. He's like, oh, girl, there is nothing on that roll. There's not really. There is 18 square feet, but it goes with my theme, the Victorian / rustic / glam-ish. I don't know. I'll flip the camera around in a minute and let y'all see what I'm kind of talking about. But it's beautiful paper, and the lighting is not going to do it justice. But it's a kind of a flat gold. If you could, it's not metallic. It's just the gold tone. But it's got the you can kind of see the design. I'm trying, y'all. I really am. You can, as I roll it, you can kind of see the design that's in it, and it's just beautiful. And like I grabbed 3 of them. That's the only 3 I could find in this design. I'm gonna go check the other Target this weekend. But I'll get, you know, 4 or 5 gifts out of this, and it'll blend well with the other paper that I have under my tree. Because oh my gosh, I found the cutest paper, and it goes this will explain my theme. So picture this next to some barnyard style chicken wire paper. I found wrapping paper that has chicken wire on it, and it is the most precious paper ever. But the way I did it, like I said, I'll turn it around in a minute and let y'all see. I'll do a little tour of my tree at the end of this video. But I took the chicken wire paper, which is total farmhouse, which is absolutely opposite anything in this house. But I did that, and then I took like a gorgeous satin ribbon to tie around it. So it's like they don't go together, but they do for my Christmas theme. I'm getting so far off track. But anyway, I found these, and they were $1 a piece. Well, 90 cents. I found, trying to stay in the dollar spot. Okay, so when I was talking about, I put everything in a separate box before I wrap it. Y'all, these are hilarious. So it's the prank gift boxes, okay? So it's the box that you put your actual gift. I'm trying not to be too loud because he's right in there playing the game, and I don't want him to hear it. But you take your gift and you put it in here, and then you wrap this, and so they think that this is what they've gotten. And so for Jaden, I got, it's called No View Peripheral Blocking Eyewear. So this is what it's going to look like he's getting, which is hysterical because we always tell him when he's sitting at his laptop to pay attention, stop watching the TV in the other room, pay attention to what you're doing. And we always say, put your blinders on. So he's going to think he's getting blinders for Christmas. And then Tyrus's, it's the Rubber Ducky Entertainment Center. And it's this. And it is, it just says, getting ducky with it. I'm all about the ducks. And it comes with free music downloads. It says, adult bath time has never been more fun. Most innovative fun accessory available today. Voice activated responses. So it even says, schedule your bath time to rendezvous with your ducky. Calendar to track me time with your ducky, and includes alarm for when someone tries to steal your ducky. So it's hilarious. So, and these were, I think they were $3 a piece. Yeah, they were $3 a piece up in the, and there was a couple other ones. There were some that were, one of them was, possum, and it was paw, like cat paw, possum foot covers, and it was a meow-sage. Instead of massage, it was meow-sage booties for your cat when they, like, you know, do that on your chest. So funny. So they're just silly. Like I said, it'll be fun to see his face when they're like, what is this? And then they open it and they see their real gift inside. Just silly. Jaden needed a new facial brush. He apparently broke his the other night, and it was one that I had recently got him at Dollar Tree, but apparently after a month's time it broke. So any of you that saw the video where I was showing that brush, apparently it does not have a long life, which I would expect it to. Like I said, it's Dollar Tree, and I've said that in numerous videos before. You get what you pay for. Some things are fantastically phenomenal. Some things are last a month and then they die. So, and I don't know how much better this one's going to be because this was only $5, but he's 10. I'm not fixing to go to Sephora and spend $100 on a facial brush for him. So until I get another one in a pro box, he's stuck with what he can find at Target. So, but it's battery operated. I think it's hilarious that it says water resistant. Why would it not be? But whatever. So grab that for $3. No, $5. I lied. It was $5, but it was part of the dollar spot. And then I found these, which, I mean, you know me, I'm gonna grab them. If I see them, I'm gonna grab them every single time I find one. But I like them because they're a smaller size, and it says Precious Cargo, which is even cuter. But it's the reusable shoppers. Y'all, I do not use like the sacks from stores anymore. I take a reusable shopper everywhere I go. Walmart, Target, Dollar Tree, Five Below. Shoot, I'll walk into the dadgum mall. I haven't yet. I say I would, but I don't know. I was gonna say I walk into Macy's or Bloomingdale's with one, but and actually, you know what I would? I'm going to on Black Friday when we hit the malls, because you can put a lot of stuff in those. And the handles are sturdy, so they are going with me to the mall. I'm gonna have my reusable shoppers at the mall on Black Friday. Yes, ma'am, I am. Yeah. Last thing from the dollar spot, and then I'll be able to move on for the last few things from Target, was this. And they have these in a couple spots in the store because they also have them in the back. That's not the back, but in the back. Back where the pop figures are and like the electronics and stuff. But, you know, my son in the office, that is like all, it encompasses his world, which is okay because I love that show. It is my favorite sitcom ever. And I love that we can share that with each other. In fact, Jaden even watches it. My husband's the only one that doesn't watch it. We did his birthday party office themed. I've got videos, you know, previous videos showing the stuff that we did. And they have the little blind bag. It's not a bag, it's a little can. But it's a little blind thing. Then it says World's Best Boss, just like the mug. And then these are the characters that you can get. And y'all are not going to be, I'm going to try and roll it so you can kind of see without the glare. But you can even get the Dundies in there too. So, yeah, I don't know. It says there's 10 to collect. And it was like a $3.99, I think. So it's not a dollar spot item, obviously, but it was up in the dollar spot. It's almost like they have switched our dollar spot over for the time being to be all like stocking stuffer and like little small gifts and stuff for right now. So, but it is in the back of the store also. That is still not the back. That is my foyer, but I keep pointing back there. It's late, y'all. It's late. But anyway, I'll be excited to see what this thing is about. Okay, so moving on out of Dollar Spot, I did grab my nephew a Bass Pro Shop gift card. He has reached that age where he is impossible to shop for. He is 17. He just enlisted, did early enlistment last month, I think. And he's getting ready to graduate high school this year. He's a driver. He's got a car. I don't know if he's got a girlfriend right now or not. I can't remember. I can't keep up at that age. But anyway, he's at that age where, he's not, I don't believe he's not going off to college because he's going to the Army. So obviously he doesn't need anything to take with that. And he's 17, he's a boy. So what do I buy him? So Bass Pro Shop it is. Speaking of, again, The Office, y'all, this is freaking hilarious. And I hope he didn't see me put it in the buggy because he picked it up, looked at it, and freaked out over it. And then I kind of swooped in behind him and grabbed one and like did this almost, it was like a freaking globetrotter move. Tossed it to Jaden behind my back. Jaden tossed it behind his back into the buggy and got it covered before Tyrus could see it. But oh my gosh. Okay, so it's a copy paper box, right? The Dunder Mifflin. And it's got premium copy paper, standard letter, 8.5 inches by 11, Scranton Regional Branch. And then when you open it, it's the socks. And they are so cute. I'm not going to open them all the way because I don't want them to, well, actually, they won't be hard to unroll. Okay, so there's a Shrew Farms with the beets. In fact, and it's so funny because we love to, he's in a fun age. He's 14 and he's coming into his own style. I love his style. He's got the most outrageous style, like goofy socks, but he's a hoodie kid. He's been a hoodie kid since he was like 8. The child lives in hoodies. That's like all he stays in is hoodies. But we've gotten to that point where now we kind of match each other when we go out or we'll coordinate, because my husband Dave won't coordinate anything with me. He's not that guy. I've tried, I've begged 16 years. I cannot get him to coordinate with me as a couple. So instead I get my 14-year-old son too. But we've got like the coordinating ramen noodle t-shirts. We've got office t-shirts. I've got the Shrew Farms, the beet, whatever. It's got a big beet in the middle of it. Anyway, so I'll have to go find me maybe a pack of these too so we can match up. There's a lot of tangents in this video and I apologize. I hope you're still with me. If you are, God bless y'all. The other one is just this, and it's got thumbtacks all over it. And then there's 3 pair. And then the last pair is just the standard logo. So, and it's size 8 to 12. I didn't see any other sizes other than, this one. But this is a great gift. Like I said, if you've got a friend or a loved one, co-worker, anybody who is into this show, this would be the most hilarious but loved gift. And it was I think it was $11.99. It wasn't outrageous. I want to say it was $11.99, somewhere around there. It wasn't more than $15. Next, Y'all, everything I got tonight seems to have a story behind it, and kind of a funny story. So my kids love the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Absolutely love it. I love the movies. They have read every single book in the series. They're getting started in the new series too. That's like his friend or something. I don't know the kid's name, but there's a whole nother series out also. Well, every time we go to Target, Jaden will grab a book from the book section and he will read like the entire time we're in the store. He'll just read. He's read entire books before and he's been like, well, don't need to get it. Go put it back on the shelf. And I'm like, cool, awesome. Save me 15 bucks. But they both read this series. And so Jaden grabbed it and he was sitting in the buggy and he started reading it. And we get to the checkout and I was under the impression he was going to buy it because he had gone in with his money tonight and he's like, yeah, I'm going to get this and da da da. And we get to the checkout and I'm like, okay, well, get your money out. And he's like, I'm not buying it. I thought Tyrus was buying it. And Tyrus was like, no, I thought you were buying it. And then they're both like, well, I guess Mama will buy it. And I did. It always happens that way. Like they get, and I'm that mom where if it would have been like a Nerf gun or, a Hot Wheel track or something else, I'd have been like, no, put it back. If y'all aren't buying it, I'm not buying it. I can't tell my kids no on a book. I've never been able to. I can't. I feel like I'm doing them a disservice by on top of that, he was halfway through the book. So I'm like, nope, sorry. So I told him, I said, when you're finished reading it, I need it back because I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm gonna put it under the tree, and that's gonna be one of your Christmas presents. You just got it a little bit early. So anyway, I did get him that. Now, also in the book section, okay, so apart from The Office, Tyrus also loves any and everything Bob Ross. Everything. Y'all. It's like, it's so funny. It's all of his little paintings. And inside the cover, you can see that it's all the ones that were famous of his. So, of course, I did. Oh, now also, okay, so the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, they're always 20% off list price. Well, they also had a coupon extra through the 21st that was 25% off one toy or one book. Well, yeah, of course. And you could either get it through Cartwheel, the app, or if you didn't have a Cartwheel account, you could just text toys 25 to whatever the number was, and then they would text you back the coupon to use at the checkout. So of course I did. But the funny thing is that it came out separate from the coupon in my Cartwheel app. So I ended up with two 25% off one toy or book coupons, which that's coming up in a minute. So I ended up getting this. It was like list price was in the store. Yeah, it retails $14.99. They were selling it for like $12.99, and then I ended up getting it for like $9. So yes, definitely. Now this one I didn't get the extra coupon. I just got the 20% off, and it was like, I want to say $14. I think something like that. So I got that. Now the other coupon that I ended up getting to use, I didn't expect it at all. Like I said, I got up to the checkout and I was showing the lady the text messages, like, I don't know how to do this because I'm not getting a code or anything. And she's like, oh, no, hold on, let me do this. And she takes my phone and she starts pushing buttons, and I don't know what she's doing. She could have been texting Dave for all I know, but she, 75 phone taps later, hands it back to me, and it has been applied to my thing. And I said, okay. And she's like, now, did you pull the one out of your Cartwheel app? And I was like, what? And she's like, well, did you pull the one out of your Cartwheel app? I said, well, I thought that's what this was. She's like, no, this is separate. Okay. Because your girl had this in her buggy. Okay. These are not cheap. If you have a child that likes Beyblades, y'all, he's killing me. on the daggum arenas. Screw you, Beyblades, for coming out with a new arena every 6 months. Every 6 months, there is a brand new one out, and they have to have it because the new Beyblades that come out with the new arena only work if it's going up an incline, or if it goes in a little circle, or if it goes in a daggum loop-de-loop at this point. Stop it. There is nothing wrong with the original arena. Leave it
Nothing
alone.
wrong with Beyblades, and you know it.
I don't have a problem with Beyblades. I have a problem with them coming out with a new doggone arena every 6 months. He's upstairs hollering his point. Anyway, this was on Jaden's list. He knew he was getting it. But the cool part was it's originally $50. And it does come with two of the tops. So that's a plus because the new line, they're like $14 a piece. So that's $30 right there. But anyway, so it was 50 or 59, I can't remember, in the store. Well, through the weekend, it was on sale for $37.50. Yes, put it in the buggy. So I get to the checkout. Well, then I got to take 25% off of that. So I ended up getting it for like $30. Yes, I like those kind of deals. So he got his arena. Now, of course, it's getting wrapped and going under the tree. This child, and then on top of it, so this child says, so when we get home, you want to play with it? No, I don't. Unless you consider wrapping it up and putting a bow on it and writing on a name tag, playing with it, then sure. But no, that's a Christmas present. You don't get toys anytime between October 31st and December 25th in this house. If a toy is purchased, it's going under the tree. I'm sorry if that's ignorant, but that's how it goes in this house. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if anybody else is like that. I don't give my kids extra stuff between Halloween and Christmas. No. Unless you use your own money. Now, if you use your allowance, then you buy whatever you want. I've got a couple more things, and then I promise I'm done with this one because it is getting long. I did grab a couple new new to me setting powders. I don't typically buy setting powders in drugstores or big box stores because I'm very picky on what kind I like. But I had a couple gals tell me how good the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder was. Now, I'm not a huge fan of their foundation. I've tried them, the different ones. I don't like them, personal preference, but they're like, no, try the powder. So I did. I grabbed some of the translucent loose setting powder, and we'll see how it works. It was like $6. And then I also grabbed the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Now, something I will say about this, their foundation, the Photo Focus Wet n Wild foundation, it's like $4, okay? It's amazing. It is flat out amazing. No complaints, no nothing. I've used it on brides. I have used it on photo shoots. I've used it on a couple film sets on some guys, So it is fantastic. So if you are looking for a budget-friendly foundation that will leave you looking flawless, try the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. You'll be surprised. They have the translucent setting powder as well. So, and it's a pretty big, it doesn't look as big in this video, but compared to other loose setting powders, they're usually like this big compared to this big. That was a terrible example, but this is quite a bit bigger. You usually get about 5 ounces or 0.5 ounces, and the other ones, this one you get 0.7. So it is a little bit bigger. So I'll let y'all know what I think of this one, and I haven't tried this one yet, so I'll let you know in a future video. Now, the last item. It was a no, I didn't get a discount or any type of sale or coupon, or I was couponed out by the time I got to this, but I have been looking at it for so long, and I finally just bit the bullet and said, screw it, I'm gonna get it. We've got in our living room, I've got like 4 different quilts that we rotate and that we use on a regular basis. And by regular basis, I mean every doggone day. My boys are wrapped up in one of the quilts on the floor, which is fine. However, those quilts are almost 100 doggone years old. They were made, a couple of them were made by my great grandmother. One of them was made by my grandmother, and they're very precious to me. And I worry that, you know, if something were to end up happening to them, whatever. So there, I said it, whatever. I caught myself. Anyway, I worry that, you know, if something were to happen to it and I don't have the skills to mend it. I can sew, I can quilt. I'm not confident enough to try and work on a 100-year-old quilt. No. So I've been looking for some different throws and blankets to have out that I don't mind if, you know, God forbid something were to happen to it. So I found the Threshold Faux Fur end of bed throw. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is so soft. It is just as plush and soft, and it's heavy. So it's like, it's not just a throw like your typical fleece throws. It's got some weight to it, but it's so plush, and I love it. And they had it in like 4 different colors, but I went with the white because it's the accent color I use the most in my living room. And it's big. It is 55 by 80 inches. It says lays beautifully over bedding. So I grabbed this, and like I said, it's just as soft as can be. It was $39.99. And then they did have another one that it was not as plush as this, but it was the Threshold line, which is Target's brand. But it was, like I said, it didn't have like this same, it was just a straight, I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Fluffy. It wasn't fur and it wasn't fleece, but it was just the real fluffy soft blankets, but it didn't have any texture to it, and I didn't care for it as much, and it was like $24.99, I think. But anyway, we went with this one. I'm eventually going to get a second one so I can have one over on the chair over there in the corner that you can't see. I don't know why I'm pointing that way. I do it all the time. But anyway, so that is it for Target. It was a lot more than I thought it was. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what your favorite thing was that I grabbed, and if you've had what your Targets have going right now as far as pre-Black Friday sales. I'll be anxious to see what they do on actual Black Friday. I am one of those crazies that's going to venture out and test my luck. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up so I can get moving into the next one. I have so much more to film, not only the rest of the shopping trip from today, but I got bombarded within 2 days. I got Ipsy Plus, BoxyCharm, Galore. I got a Pro Box from Tarte, and I got, there's another one in there. I can't remember who it's from. It might be a Charlotte Tilbury box. But I've got all of that to film on top of this. So I'm a busy girl. I'm going to try and get them out as quickly as I can. So with that, I am going to wrap this up before it hits an hour. And if you like this video, I would love a thumbs up. It helps, you know, put my videos out there a little bit more. And if you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I was absent for a little while. I am back full throttle, and I'm going to keep getting more content and more content out. So so I would love to have you as a permanent part of my YouTube family. And with that, I'm going to close this out, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.
Make sure you hit the bell so that you stay up to date on all of my latest uploads and videos. Also, follow me on Instagram at jwaltmua, or check out my website, jennywalton-artistry.com.